Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make some really easy breakfast sausage. I love breakfast sausage. I know when I'm back home in America, I buy a lot of Jimmy Dean sausage, but then you buy that little tube. That thing costs like $7 or $8 sometimes. But here in Korea, I'm not going to say it's impossible. I just haven't found it, but it is really hard to find breakfast sausage here. And so I end up having to make my own so that I can make biscuits and gravy. So I can make sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwiches, or just have, sausage, egg, and toast breakfast, right? So this recipe is really, really easy. And it takes very little effort. So let's get started. I totally forgot to tell you guys. All right, so I know I said this recipe is going to be simple and easy, and it is, but there are some requirements that you may not have in your kitchen. So don't go, oh, this is so easy, I'm just going to go and do this. There are three key seasonings that are semi-integral to making breakfast sausage. It's a combination of three ingredients that are going to give you that traditional breakfast sausage flavor. So, and here they are. They are sage, fennel, and thyme, right? So I'm telling you this because you're gonna see all this stuff that I'm gonna put in this pork, and you're gonna look at it and say, maybe you don't have any of this stuff. You don't have to give up, right? So as long as you have these three seasonings, and all you have in your pantry is some salt and pepper, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work, right? But the good thing is that the opposite can be possible, right? So if you don't have any of these ingredients, or if you want to add stuff to your sausage to give it a different flavor, with these three key ingredients, you can make breakfast sausage, right? You can add garlic or onions or nutmeg or whatever you want to make your own variation of breakfast sausage. Now, I said semi-integral because I'm pretty sure that famous American breakfast sausage brand uses sage and thyme in their recipe, but I don't think they use fennel. However, if you were to go to some fancy hotel breakfast buffet and they make their own sausage, there is a pretty good chance that they use fennel in their recipe. And also, I've tasted breakfast sausage that made me feel like I was eating breakfast sausage that I didn't really taste any sage at all. I can distinctly taste that fennel. So there you go. Now, like I said, I just told you this because you're gonna see all these other ingredients that you may not have in your kitchen, and that's okay. You don't have to give up. You can adapt and overcome. So what I've got here is 1 pound of ground pork. I guess you can use ground beef if you don't eat pork, but this is actually really, really lean, which I don't really care for because I like to have that sponginess. But you're going to start off with a pound of ground pork. All right, so to this ground pork, we're going to start off with a teaspoon of salt. And then we are going to add some black pepper. You can put as much as you want. I know some people like a really peppery sausage. I'm just going to add about half a teaspoon. And then what I have here is I have coriander. And if you guys don't know what coriander is cilantro, and these are what I have here is seeds of cilantro. So some places call it coriander, some people call it cilantro. But what I did was I ground this up because the coriander I have comes in really hard little balls, so you don't want to be chewing through that. I'm sure you can find ground up coriander, but if you don't, I just took a mortar and pestle and ground it up. And then, so I have about a half a teaspoon of coriander. And then what I have here is fennel. So the fennel, you don't have to ground these up, but I just gave it a little grind to open them seeds up and expose that flavor a little bit more. So I have a half a teaspoon of coriander and a half a teaspoon of fennel. There you go. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a half a teaspoon of parsley, and these are my calibrated pinchy fingers, so that is a half a teaspoon maybe. And then we have thyme, so we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of thyme. Now, another thing that we're gonna add is, well, you normally put red pepper flakes. I don't have red pepper flakes. You can use the red pepper flake packets from your pizza delivery. I don't have any of that stuff. So I'm gonna use cayenne pepper. And don't be afraid of cayenne pepper, guys, because I know we associate cayenne pepper with really, really spicy things, but cayenne pepper actually has a really beautiful earthy flavor. Now, I just added just a little bit more than a pinch of it. I don't really eat spicy food because I get really, really bad indigestion. So I just put it in there to add that beautiful depth of flavor. Now, the secret ingredient to all this stuff, to my recipe, and probably some other store brand recipes, is MSG. So you don't have to have MSG if you don't want to. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm just gonna add about a quarter teaspoon of MSG. Oh, I forgot our sage. Didn't I forget? I forgot our sage. So we're gonna add about a half a teaspoon of sage. All right. And that is it, guys. We're just gonna mix this up and test it out with our mouths. So that's how we're gonna test our flavors. We're gonna eat it. So let's mix it up first. So there's really nothing special to mixing this up. You just wanna make sure that your seasonings are even throughout your meat. You can use your hands if you want to. I'd say mix it up for about a minute. You eyeball it and just make sure that your seasonings they look even. All right, guys, so I've mixed this for about a minute now, and I was just, like I said, I was just trying to make sure that all my seasonings were even throughout the meat. And I mean, there's really no telling besides cooking it and trying it out. So what I've done here is I made a little sample sausage. And what I plan on doing, or what we're gonna do, is we're gonna cook it, and then we're gonna eat it to see if our flavors are perfect. So now what I've done here is, because my pork is so lean, I added a little bit of oil in here. You know, if you have just a normal, I think it was a 70-30 pork, I just add about a teaspoon of oil, but Yeah, that's the problem with working with lean pork. You don't get that sexy, spongy texture. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in. And this is gonna, I have my heat set to about a medium. And what we're gonna do is, this is gonna take about, it's gonna basically take about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So let's go ahead and drop this in here. All right, guys, so this has been cooking for about 3 minutes on each side now. And I think it's done. The juices that are coming out are running clear. They don't have that pinkish bloodiness to it anymore. So I think it's done. So let me shut my heat off and let's try it out. So here it is, guys. I put it on a plate for you to just to show you. And this is just our sample sausage. We're just going to test our flavors by eating it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. It looks delicious. I don't know if I can get this into focus. Oh man, there it is. But it is beautiful. It looks delicious. So let's taste it. It's really good. My house smells like Sunday morning here. Oh my gosh. I love it. So now if you tasted your sausage and you found that something was missing, or you wanted to add a little bit more salt, at this time you can take your batch and adjust your flavors and then make another snack for yourself and try it out and see if it's good until you've got that perfect flavor, or the flavor that you want. If your flavors are great and you don't feel like you need to add anything else, then you're ready to start cooking, or ready to store it, or you can start forming it into little patties, sausage patties, or little sausage hot dogs. You can take about half of this mixture and make yourself some country gravy and make biscuits and gravy. But there it is. It's really simple. And I promise it's delicious. All right, so my sausage is ready to go, and I am going to throw this in the refrigerator, and I'm actually going to make breakfast tomorrow because it's nighttime here. But all I did was I took some plastic wrap and I laid it flat, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this on here. And then I'm going to roll this into, or form this into, a log to give me that Jimmy Dean sausagey presentation. And then all I'm going to do is spin it around, and there you go. This is my sausage that I can throw in the fridge, and as it sits in the refrigerator, these flavors are gonna mature into this meat. Or you can just throw it in the freezer and save it for the weekend, and make sure you just thaw it out before you cook it, so you can form it into sausage patties or little sausage hot dogs. But there you go. Really simple. Hands are still clean, allegedly, right? So, just in case anybody didn't know, I don't know. Some people don't know this stuff. So here it is. So there it is, guys. That was my take on breakfast sausage. It was really easy and really cheap to do. This took about 10 minutes to make. So I think I spent about $5 American on a pound of ground pork, and as long as you have these seasonings in your kitchen, you can make it for a long time. So I hope you like this. Try it out. And make sure you subscribe to my OnlyFans so you can get access to my spicier content. I'm just kidding. I don't eat spicy food.